So we'll continue again. See this. You have to draw the diagram again. So we have shown here each lateral side. These are the atomic orbitals of cobalt plus 3. These are the AOs of cobalt plus 3. These all are the 6 LGOs of ammonia ligands. 6 LGOs. Now, these are the 6 LGOs of ammonia molecules, and here in the central part of the diagram we have to show the corresponding molecular orbitals of CO NH36 3 plus. So in the central part of the diagram you have to show the corresponding molecular orbitals of CO NH36 3 plus. I think you have shown the diagram to this. On every lateral side we have shown the AOs of metal, then the LGOs. Again it is a d6 case. Why it is a d6 case? Because the d orbital of cobalt containing 6 electrons, just now we have seen, as it is a d6 case. So 6 electrons are contributed by cobalt. Amongst 6, first of all we have to show these single electrons, and 6th electron gets paired up in the first orbital. So these are the 6 electrons contributed by cobalt. Every ammonia molecule will contribute, or every ammonia ligand will contribute 2 electrons or single electron pairs. So this is first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. These are the 6 electron pairs, or 12 electrons are donated by the ammonia molecules. How the ammonia molecule contributes its electron? Just see here. Nitrogen we know, atom number 7, electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. So the valence shell electrons are 5 in number. So hydrogen having atom number 1, electronic configuration 1s1. So if we want to show the hybridization, then we can show like this. This is 2s orbital of nitrogen, and this is 2p orbital of nitrogen, 2s2 and 2p3, 2p3 like this. So this is how this is known as the sp3 hybridization of nitrogen in case of ammonia. So 3 hydrogen with their 1s electrons, these are the 3 hydrogen atoms having electron configuration 1s1. So every hydrogen will contribute its single electron in the formation of bonds, and hence the px, py and pz orbital of nitrogen, they can form the molecule as NH3, while these are the 3 orbitals which are engaged, sp3 hybrid orbitals of nitrogen engaged in forming bonds with hydrogen. These 2 electrons which are unused or unshared pairs of electrons which are remain unused with nitrogen. So every ammonia molecule, that is the NH3 molecule, will contribute a single pair of electron like this. So every ammonia molecule will contribute these pairs of electrons, that is 6 electron pairs or 12 electrons which are donated by ammonia. So if we count the total number of electrons, so 6 electrons are contributed by cobalt plus 12 electrons which are contributed by 6 ammonia molecules. So total number of electrons are again 18. So this is an 18 electron system. So 18 electrons should be there So these are the 18 electrons which are present in the molecular system. Now, after the completion of the diagram, we have to see whether the molecular system contains 18 electrons or not. So, first bond between cobalt and ammonia, that is formed, is known as A1G. Now, again consider the A1G side of metal and the A1G side of ligand. A1G side of metal is empty, so again we have to show a dotted line from the metal side and a thick line from LGOs. These two electrons have contributed in the formation of this bond like this. So the first bond between cobalt and fluorine is formed. Now the corresponding antibonding high energy orbital, which is labeled as A1G star. Now A1G orbital of metal is empty, so show a dotted line like this, while dotted line from LGOs also, because the A1G electrons are already used up in forming the bond between cobalt and ammonia. So A1G of metal and A1G bonding and A1G star anti-bonding. Now again at a time 3 bonds have been produced like this. 3 bonds have been produced. Label these molecular orbitals as a T1U. Now, if we look at the T1U side of metal, which is having all the orbitals 4px, 4py and 4pz are empty. So, no contribution from T1U side of metal like this. But the requisite number of electrons are available with LGOs, hence show a thick line from LGO and show all those 6 electrons contributed by the ammonia ligands. So this is a T1U, 3 bonds have been produced. Now the corresponding antibonding high energy orbitals, label these molecular orbitals as T1U star and no contribution from the T1U of metal and T1U side of LGO, because already the electrons are used up in the formation of these 3 bonds. Now here, after the formation of T1U, again 2 bonds which are almost perpendicular to the square plane, label these as EG and corresponding high energy molecular orbital is a EG star. Don't show immediately the contribution because here the case is somewhat different. Now again we have seen that in the formation of these 2 bonds between cobalt and ammonia, the total number of electrons required are 4 in number. Here consider the EG side of metal having 3 electrons, so which is of no use. Here the EG LGOs of ammonia containing 4 electrons which are required, and hence you have to show a thick line from LGO. So show the 4 electrons in bonding EG orbitals. Don't show any contribution to EG star, that is the antibonding molecular orbitals. So up till now we have seen 6 plus 4 10 plus 2 12. So amongst 18 electrons which should be contained by the molecular orbitals, only we have shown 12 electrons. Still we have to show the 6 electrons which are present in the d orbitals of cobalt. Now just now we have seen, if we refer, that in the beginning of these MO diagrams I have shown you whenever fluorine, chlorine or water molecules are involved, they form a weak ligand field, or the ligand field which is created by such ligands is rather poor. So they interact with the metal d orbitals very weakly, or there is a poor interaction. But when negative ligands such as cyanide ligands or ammonia molecules, that is the neutral molecules, are surrounded by a metal, then they can form a ligand field that is a strong ligand field. So strong ligands interact with the metal d orbital strong, because strong interaction takes place between the LGOs and the cobalt d orbitals of cobalt, then they split up to a larger extent. So as per this concept, here we have to show that T2G group of orbitals, they do not contribute in the molecular system, so they remain non-bonding. Show the 3 T2G group of orbitals, they simply transfer to the molecular system, remain non-bonding. So this is a T2GN. Now the energy gap between antibonding EG star and non-bonding T2G orbitals. This energy gap, as we know, this crystal field splitting, that is very, very large enough. Because why it is large? Because strong ligands are present, or strong ligands are surrounded by the cobalt d orbitals of cobalt. So this energy gap is large enough. Now here the energy gap, that is very, very large enough. When the energy gap is large, when strong ligands are present, or strong ligands when are surrounded by a metal d orbitals, the crystal field splitting is large. When the crystal field splitting is large enough, then the amount of energy required to pair the electrons, pairing energy is very less. So the question arises that how can we show these 6 electrons of cobalt? Out of 6 electrons, first of all, we have to show 3 electrons as per Hund's rule and Pauli's exclusion principle. Now the question about the 4th, 5th and 6th electrons. In order to place these remaining 3 electrons, either they may enter into high energy EG orbitals, or they may pair up into non-bonding molecular orbitals. But just now I have seen that because ligand field is strong, this energy gap is very large enough. So the placement of 4th, 5th and other electrons, incoming electrons, to place these electrons, large amount of energy is required. But the amount of energy that is required to pair the electron in non-bonding molecular orbital is very less. So the 4th, 5th and 6th electrons are to be shown here. So pairing energy is less. Why? Because strong ligands are there. Strong electrons forces those electrons to pair off. So the energy that is required to pair the electrons is very, very less, and hence pairing takes place, which reduces just a minute. So under the influence of strong ligand field, the electrons are forced to pair up, which reduces the number of unpaired electrons, and hence the spin is lowered. Why the spin is lowered? Because the electrons are now spin paired. Why? Because ligand field is strong. So because of pairing of electrons, spin is lowered. So if we look at this molecular system, we cannot find any single electron, or there is no single occupancy of electrons in the molecular system, and hence here such complex is a diamagnetic, in contrast to the first molecule that we have studied, which was paramagnetic because of presence of 4 unpaired electrons. So if we look at the distribution of 18 electrons in the various molecular system, then again A1G contains 2 electrons. So you have to write A1G2. Then the T1U contains 6 electrons. So T1U contains 6 electrons. Next higher energy level orbital is Eg containing 4 electrons. So Eg4. Only 10 minutes are left. So Eg4. Then T2G and 6. T2G and 6. So this is how the 18 electrons are distributed. So 6 plus 2 are 8 plus 4 12 plus 6 is 18. So our MO diagram is correct. Now one question may be asked. You should remember, we have to consider the previous diagram. In this diagram, if we want to show, this is cobalt at the center, you can also draw side by side, which is surrounded by 6 fluorides like this. Here it is revealed that these two bonds, which are almost perpendicular, they are easily ruptured. That means this COF6 3 minus, this COF6 3 minus, this easily decomposes into COF4 plus F2 like this. This is COF4 plus F2. So this is unstable while this is stable. So hexafluorocobaltate 3 minus ion is unstable. That means the two bonds which are almost perpendicular to this square plane, those two bonds are easily ruptured. The reason for this is that if we consider these Eg orbitals which are bonding and these two orbitals which are anti-bonding, so these anti-bonding molecular orbitals are corresponding to bonding Eg orbitals. So Eg bonding anti-bonding molecular orbitals which contain single electron, this is known as a half-filled orbital. This is also half-filled orbital. So half anti-bonding electrons are present, and here these orbitals are completely filled. So the bonding effect, half anti-bonding effect, is nullified by these Eg electrons, and this is also nullified by these anti-bonding electrons. So because the bonding molecular orbitals are completely filled and anti-bonding molecular orbitals are half filled, and because of this reason the bonding effect is nullified or bonding effect is cancelled, and hence these two bonds are easily ruptured, and hence it becomes COF4 plus F2. But the case is not true in case of this complex, that is CONH36 3 plus. So if we want to show the diagrammatic representation like this, these are the 4 ammonia molecules in one square plane, while 5th and this is 6th. Here this molecule is very much stable. The reason for this is that there is no question of rupture of these two bonds which are almost perpendicular to this square plane because no electrons are present in Eg star orbitals. So these orbitals are these orbitals are empty and hence show a dotted line like this. No contribution from this orbital, either of these orbitals, hence it is a dotted line. So this is how we can explain the second MO diagram of hexaamine cobalt plus 3 ion. So perhaps you might be remembering that here these two bonds have been ruptured because in case of the first diagram the half bonding effect is nullified by antibonding electrons. So this is how the total number of electrons in the molecular system are correct and hence the MO diagram is again correct. So if you are having any difficulty, then you can write your difficulty in the chat box. 5 minutes are left. So before we end up, I would like to announce on coming Saturday, again we are having 2 seminars. I would like to announce the names of these 2 students, Disha Patil and Praveen Dattatray Patil. They have to deliver the seminars. Disha Patil will deliver a seminar on the hemodiagram, that is COF63 minus, and Praveen Patil, he has to deliver the seminar on the second diagram, that is hexamine cobalt plus 3. तर या दोघांनी सॅटर्डे साठी तयारी करायची आहे. नाउ वन मोर अनाउन्समेंट दॅट आय वुड लाईक